It's all about love, man. Don't you know you gotta love yourself? What? No? Why not? Love, man. Have you ever noticed how much our culture talks about love? No? Where the heck have you been? Well, when you climb out from under your rock, you'll very quickly notice that our culture talks a lot about love. A lot. But it's not the love that you'll find in the Bible, believe it or not. Not even close. It's the sappy, temporary feeling that really only does good for those who are feeling it at the time. What's pretty sad is how this has infected the church. Somehow, we've degraded the love that Christ showed us on the cross to a simple feeling. But look at how love is really presented in the Bible. Love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It isn't arrogant or rude. It doesn't insist on its own way. It's not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things. Love never ends. You should read the whole chapter of 1 Corinthians 13. It's the main definition of love given us in the Bible. Notice that it talks very little about how the individual feels about themselves. It's all outward actions. Going that way. Not once will you see anything in the Bible about the importance of loving yourself first. Look out for number one, although people will try to make you think otherwise. Where they usually get this from is love your neighbor as yourself, found in several parts of the Bible. Yes, even in the Old Testament. But again, that's what it says. You have to love yourself first. You have to love yourself, man. Or else you can't love others, man. It's not what it says, though. And allow me to enlighten you with my deep wisdom. Just kidding. This isn't just my opinion. There's quite a few famous theologians who would not say that the Bible says to love yourself first. Quite the opposite, actually. Yeah, says you, Ian. You're just another guy with an opinion. So, who doesn't have an opinion? But anyway, in 2 Timothy 3, it says, "But understand this, that in the last days there will come times of difficulty, for people will be lovers of self." Wait, the Bible relates loving yourself with times of difficulty? See, it's really quite obvious. As yourself is an implication, or assumption really, that you already love yourself. But Ian, I hate myself. Really? Because I've said that myself countless times. But think about this. Who are you really focused on? What you love the most will be your primary focus. And generally when you're feeling sorry for yourself, you are the primary focus. When you are angry that people aren't treating you the way you want to be treated, you are the primary focus. It's why Jesus in Matthew 7 says, "So whatever you wish that others would do to you, do also to them. For this is the law and the prophets, all of it." This is what should separate Christians from the rest of the world. That we're spending more time focusing on others' needs than our own. When we can stop whining about how much we need to love ourselves and start concerning ourselves with truly loving other people, then we will be more like Christ. That's what brought people in droves to the early church. They saw how much Christ's followers loved each other during and through the rough times and saw the truth. They saw Christ in that. Feeling good about yourself is hardly the answer, because then we're doing the opposite of what Christ would have us do. So love God first, love your neighbor second, and love yourself dead last. Soli Deo Gloria. This is Ian signing off. Subscribe. Do it. Do it now. That's what brought people in droves to the... More like Christ. That's what people brought... That's what brought people... Notice that it talks very little about... Notice it talks very little about how the individual... Man. Although people will try to make you think that, man, if I could just talk.